Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because we have a little birthday haul. Now, as I said in the intro, today's video will be a birthday haul, and there's some books in here. There are also just some other little gifts that I got from family members, so super excited to share everything with you. Now, the first thing that I got, and I actually got it early, was an air fryer from my parents. It was a gift that I did get to pick out early because they don't know much about air fryers, so they told me to just go choose one that I liked. And I love my air fryer. I use it for so many things. And actually, there is a video of it that I will include in one of the vlogs that I'm filming right now. So you will see what it looks like. I'm gonna wait until then to show you because it's super big and it's not really that easy to fit into a video, and also it's like plugged in right now, so I have been using it. I've used it a lot. My birthday was actually towards the beginning of the month, so I have already set it up and everything like that, which is why I'm not gonna include a video of it, and unfortunately I don't have pictures of it either, so sorry. You will see that in one of my vlogs that is coming out soon though, so I promise. The next thing that I got, we're gonna go through gifts that I got from one of my aunts first, actually. She sent me this beanie, and I do live in Colorado, so it is often cold, and I love beanies. This one's super nice, super high quality. It's from Brit's Knits. I do think that this was handmade. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. And this little pom-pom is like super fluffy. And I love this shade of like light pink. This, I think it's like champagne pink. It's super pretty. I love it, and it goes so well with everything. So there's that. And then she did also get me a Barnes & Noble gift card. I live about an hour away from Grand Junction, so I'm saving this for when I can make the trip down there, because there is a Barnes & Noble down there. And you know, shipping fees end up taking off like quite a bit of a gift card, so that's why I'm waiting till I go down there so that I can physically use this. And then the last thing she sent me was this beautiful little necklace. It's got, I think, lilies or calla lilies on there. Super pretty. It's actually quite heavy. I do love super dangly jewelry, as you can tell by my earrings today. So yes, super excited for that. I haven't worn this yet because I've been waiting for this video. I am quite late in making this video, but some of the stuff that I ended up getting was still being shipped here past my birthday, so that's why I waited so long to make this. Next, we're going to be getting into a gift that I actually did receive from my cooperating teacher that I'm doing my student teaching with. She ended up ordering me this DIY miniature house. It's Sam's Study, and she saw it in a catalog and she thought it would be perfect for me because it has all these books in it, and this is something that like you actually have to fold to make, and I love watching videos of people making these on TikTok, so I'm super excited that I have this. These are the instructions, I believe. And yeah, I'm super excited to build this. I am hoping to build it this week because it is spring break for me, so I'm hoping that I finally have some time to do that. But it is gonna take a while, and I am like a perfectionist about things like this, so. And then after I'm done, I'm hoping to display it on my bookshelves, and I just think it'll be so cute, and I'm super excited. I can't put this back on. I'm just gonna put this over there. Okay. And then next, we're gonna get into gifts from my boyfriend. This might take a hot minute because he did get me quite a few things, which is like super sweet of him. He always spoils me and treats me like a princess, and he really does feed into my book addiction quite a lot. So the first thing he did get me is not a book. It is Bluetooth headphones. Now I have AirPods, but AirPods tend to hurt my ears after a while. So he got me these really nice Bluetooth headphones, and they also have an aux cord plug-in, so you can actually change them to that. I've been using these a lot to write. They're super amazing. I love them so much. This is like super comfy to wear around my ears, and they are noise canceling. They do their job a little too well because I wear them all the time and I can't ever hear my boyfriend when he's trying to tell me things. They did come in this little bag, and they did come in like a case that's more protective, and they came with a charger and an aux cord to plug into either like a phone if I have the adapter or anything like that. So yes, these are super nice and I am in love with them. I've used them so much, it's not even funny. The next thing he got me is this keyboard, and it looks like a typewriter. I am obsessed with typewriters. I actually do have one somewhere in the house, and I do know how to use it. But I love this because it's Bluetooth, so it connects to my computer, and it's also USB, so super easy. This is a little stand. I put my iPad here a lot, and it's rechargeable, so it doesn't need batteries, which is great. And then this is the sound the keys make. Super satisfying. I love the white and pink. I think it's just such a clean aesthetic, and I am hoping to write a book. I am working on planning it out right now, so this is the keyboard that I'm going to do that on, and I love it so much. I've wanted this specific keyboard for about 2 years, and I've never bought it for myself because it is like $130. And so when this showed up, I was so shocked because I never thought that he would get me this, and he did, and I'm just so happy and thankful for that. I do use this all the time. I also used it for grading like 80 essays, and that was the right choice for that. So next he got me this little like book box thing, and it was like 4 books that were randomly put in there, and it came with snacks, and it came with this little fidget key thing. I love this thing. I do end up needing things to fidget with because when I'm trying to sit still and pay attention, unless my hands are doing something, see, I'm doing it right now. I can't pay attention at all unless my hands are doing something. So this thing is really handy for me. It did also come with these 2 bookmarks. This is a Van Gogh bookmark. I love that. Super cute. And then this is a Little Prince bookmark, and I've never read The Little Prince, but I think that the aesthetic of it is super cute and whimsical and playful, and it does have a quote on it, and it says, "But all these stars are silent. You alone will have the stars as no one else has them." And I love that quote so much. All right, and it also came with these cute animal stickers. So we have a frog, and then we have an airplane, and we have this cute little mouse, I think. And look at this little shark. I love fake sharks. I don't like sharks in real life. They kind of terrify me, but I have thalassophobia, so that's not really surprising. This is a alpaca or a llama, I'm not sure which. Super cute. Look at this little elephant, adorable. And then the sun and the moon, and I love the sun, moon, stars, anything. Like, I even have the moon tattooed on my back. That's how much I love it. And this pink elephant. We got a little turtle. And then the last thing we have is this cute little sheep. I love them so much. They're probably going to go in my bullet journal because they're good quality stickers. And that's where I put all my good quality stickers. Yes. Or maybe, I don't know, my iPad. I don't know. I like using them in my bullet journals though, because they're super cute. And really quick, not sponsored or anything, but Manga Snack is where all of this stuff came from, including the next 4 books I'm going to show you. They are a family business. I found them on Etsy, and they're super amazing. So if you like buying blind book boxes, I would recommend that. So the first book that they sent me is A Psalm for the Wild-Built. This is by Becky Chambers, who also wrote the Wayfarer series, and I actually have the first 2 books of that series. Read the first one, haven't read the second one yet, but I love her sci-fi, so I'm very excited to read this. I don't know if it is sci-fi, but yeah, it's sci-fi. And it's just a quick, short, easy little book, super cute, and this review on the back is just so cute. It says, "Reading this book felt like a warm cup of tea made by someone who loves me. It made me cry the good sort of tears, the sort when someone is unexpectedly kind to you at the moment you need it most." And I love books like that. I love books that feel like they're giving you a warm hug. So I'm super excited to read this, and I hope that I'll get to it soon. All right, next we have The Prized Girl by Amy K. Green. And this is a thriller, I believe. Oh, and it's about Jenny, who's a young pageant queen, and she's found murdered. And her case, although it appears straightforward, is actually not. So it takes place in a small New England town. I love reading books set in a small New England town, mostly because that is like Stephen King's thing, and I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so but yes, I'm super excited to read this. I love reading crime thrillers. I do have quite a few of them, so this is super exciting. Then we have An Everyday Hero by Laura Trentham, and this is a book. I'm gonna say this is a coming of age book, but for like older people. I know that's really weird, but this is about Greer Hadley, who is forced to move home to Madison, Tennessee. And basically she meets this 15-year-old named Allie Martinez who lost her father in action, and she's not dealing with her pain very well. And basically something happens with Allie, and Greer has to team up with this man named Emmett Lawson. Yeah, this sounds super interesting, not gonna lie. I am very curious about this. It does not sound like the sort of thing that I would typically read, so I'm very interested in actually reading this and seeing if I like it. Another book that this kind of reminds me of is called The Lost and Found Bookshop, and that is way not something I would normally read, but I did read it and I really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping for the same experience with this book. All right, the last one is How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh, and it's a guide to conquering life, which I really love because I feel like sometimes I'm not really conquering life. I'm just trying to live and trying to get by, and I don't want to be like that. So this book is really fun. I think it's kind of a coffee table book, but I am gonna read it anyway and see what I think. And just so you can get an idea of what this book looks like, it's very creatively built, and there's lots of activities and stuff in here, and I just think it'll be super cool. I don't know who Lily Singh is, but yeah. I am very excited to read this and hopefully pick up some tips and tricks for how to conquer my life instead of just live it. All right, we're still not done. So these next books are very near and dear to my heart. I've already read the first one, and it's Haunting Adeline. Isn't she beautiful? He got me the hardcovers, you guys. The hardcovers. I don't even want to know how much this cost. I read it, and I read it in a day. Like, that's how involved I was in this book. It is so good. I'm not gonna recommend this unless you regularly read super dark romance. I don't feel comfortable recommending it because TikTok has kind of like sugar-coated the trigger warnings in this book, and I'm not going to do that. So for a full and complete list of the trigger warnings, please go Google them. However, some of them do include stalking, human trafficking, abuse, that kind of stuff. It's very dark. So you have been warned. Please do not tell anyone that I recommended this book because I don't. If you regularly read dark romance, you've probably already heard of this book. So yeah, but it was awesome. And the sexy scenes, whew, very detailed. I did listen to the audiobook for this, and I don't ever listen to audiobooks for romance. And this is the one time I don't like regret doing that because it was so good. Like, it was so good. The guy who narrated for Zaid sounded exactly how he sounded in my head. So it was that kind of good. And there were two narrators. There was a guy for Zaid and a girl for Addie, and I loved that. Like, that was perfect to me. So yes, I 100% fell in love with this book. It was a 5 stars. I'm gonna stop talking about it now because we got other stuff to talk about. And then the next book is the second book, Hunting Adeline. I thought it said Haunting Adeline too. Probably because haunting and hunting are like the same word with just a instead of an, yeah. This one is, I've heard, because I've only read 36 pages, but this one I've heard is a crap ton darker than the first one. Like, seriously, I'm gonna read the content warning to you because she actually puts one in the book, which I appreciate. I appreciate that. So it says, important note. This book contains very dark, triggering situations such as graphic rape. These scenes are detailed, so please proceed with caution. There is also graphic violence and gore, torture, sexual assault, kidnapping, psychological abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, explicit sexual situations, human trafficking, slave trade, grooming, severe PTSD, and very particular kinks, such as blood play, knife play, degradation, and somnophilia. I'm not going to explain somnophilia on this channel because, well, I mean, I could. Okay, so somnophilia, I'm pretty sure it's when people get aroused by having sex with people who are sleeping, and that's like something that you have to be super cautious about, and like you need to like anytime that's a kink, like explicit consent, like written consent, and like yeah, all of that. And then she says, this book is significantly darker than the first. Please take these warnings seriously. Your mental health matters. So if an author is telling me that, like, how hard is this book going to be to read? I'm going to break down crying at least like 5 times. And then I love this epigraph. She says, to my anxiety, because you really tried me on this one and I kicked your ass anyway. I love that because I also deal with high functioning anxiety and it can be so exhausting. So I laughed when I first read that. I was like, yes, I that's goals right there. But yeah, so I'm very excited to read this and very hesitant to read this. I was gonna read this over spring break, but now I don't know if I will, because I'm like super like on the fence of, is this going to mentally break me? And something happens at the end of the first book that leaves it on a super massive cliffhanger, and that like for the first 230 pages that situation like goes on, and of this book, for the first 230 pages of this book, the situation at the end of the first one goes on in this one, and I don't know if I can physically read that, so I think I'm very seriously considering skipping it when I read this, but we'll see if I can. Okay, now these next books are super awesome. So he also got me The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I have wanted to read this book for so long. It's kind of a cult classic at this point. That's honestly what I think it is. And this has got a ton of like symbolism and imagery and just like all that like good literary stuff that I really enjoy. So I am very excited to read this. I don't know much about it other than like the thing on the back where it says, under the influence of a charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at a New England college discover a way of thought and a world away from their banal contemporaries. But their search for the transcendent leads them down a dangerous path beyond human constructs of morality. That is so intriguing. I think it's about a murder. I'm not entirely sure. And the reason I hesitated before buying this book was because I wanted to find this specific cover. There is a cover of this book that I hate, and this is the cover that I wanted. So when I finally found this, yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, the next is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the last book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And recently I've heard on TikTok that it's does not end well. Like, it ends well, but it does not end well, if you get my drift. So I don't know how I'm gonna get through this either. I do have the complete trilogy now. So I am planning a vlog where I'm reading sequels, where I will read the sequel to this, and then a vlog where I finish series, which is where I'll probably read this. So I'm very excited to read this. I love this cover. This cover is seriously so cool, and it has like the like texture to it, which I love. And you see how shiny it is? Like, look at that. So cool. Yes, I'm super excited to read that. The first book, fan-freaking-tastic. I loved it. I think I read that in a day too. So yeah. And then the next book we have is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I did read Ninth House, and let me tell you, it took me 2 tries to read that, okay? I, at first, was not a fan. I did not like that book at first. And then I started rereading it, I think with the audiobook, and that's what finally got me through it. but by the end, I was really liking it, so I'm very curious about this one, and I want to see Darlington get rescued because he was such a good character, and for him to like not actually be present in most of the book like really made me upset. But anyways, look at these. Look at how beautiful these end papers are. They're so pretty. I love them. And I just also love this cover. It's kind of hard to see because my ring light, but like it's got a rabbit on it, and this rabbit is a little terrifying. And the last book is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I am so excited. I love Grady Hendrix. He's one of my auto-buy authors, so when I heard this was coming out, I had to get my hands on it, and it ended up taking longer. I ended up getting it in February instead of in January when I wanted to because of money. But I am so excited to finally have this, and I'm so excited to read it. I am thinking of doing a new releases vlog, or most anticipated releases vlog, and I'll read this one and Hellbent and then Yellowface by R.F. Kuang when it comes out in May. So that won't be for a bit, but hopefully when that does come out, I will do that, and I'm super excited for that. And I think I'll only do those three because these three really are my most anticipated releases of the year. All right, and then the last one has a book that's very near and dear to my heart. It's The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is actually a gift from one of my students who I've really bonded with. She's amazing, and I love her so much, and she gave this to me as a little gift. It wasn't specifically for my birthday, but it was a gift, so that's why I'm including it here. And she also wrote me this note, and I'm not going to read it because I'm going to cry, but yeah, see, I'm already going to cry. She says, I wanted to give you my personal copy of this book. This was my very first book I read 4 times. I cannot describe what this book means to me. Think of this as a way to always remember me as I will you. I love you and thank you for everything. That's not the whole note, but that's the only part I'm going to read. And so this is an exclusive edition too that she gifted to me. And it's her personal copy that she's read 4 times. Like, that means so much to me. And I have read this book actually. It wasn't my favorite, but the fact that she gave this to me, it means so much to me, and I can't even express, like, I will always keep this book. I will never, ever, ever get rid of it, and it will always be displayed on my shelves for that reason. And if she's watching this, I don't know if she is, but if she is, thank you so much, and I love it, and I will always treasure it. And yeah, that's everything for this vlog. Wow, that's quite a few stuff. A lot of it was books, as you could see, but I did also get some other things as well, so woohoo! And yeah, that's it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and follow me for more content. Bye guys!